We are back at World of Wheels, and I am in a little bit of gearhead heaven today because I'm standing right in front of a 1967 Chevy Nova that has gotten the name Rome. Derek is the engineer and designer who came in a little bit later in the project. Yeah. Sean is the original builder of the car. He built it with his old man in the garage, started 15 years ago. Tell me, you got a couple of stories about this car, and one of them is how it got the name Rome.
Thanks, George. So the name Rome started, I started building the car with my dad 15 years ago, and living at their house. I'm buying parts here and there, putting them in my parents' spare bedroom. And about 7 years into the build, my mom says, when am I going to get my spare bedroom back? And I just said, Rome wasn't built in a day, Mom. And since then, the family, the friends, everybody just refers to it at Rome. And so when I went to Derek to finish and build the car, I was like, the car's name is Rome. There was no doubt about it.
And you guys had a little bit of a setback when your old man had a heart attack. Tell me about that.
Yep. So when I was in college playing basketball, I got a call from my brother and says, hey, you got to get here to see Dad. He's having open heart surgery right away. Crying, going as fast as my V6 S10 would go. My dad did a car for each one of my brothers, and so I didn't get that chance yet. I'm still in college, and so all I could think about was like, I want to get that. And so as Dad recovered, we went through the classified newspapers to try to find a car, and we found it, and that's when the car started building. So what's totally awesome is the car started with memories with my dad. We built it together with Derek, and then here we are the last 3 weeks. We went to World of Wheels in Detroit, Chicago, Kansas City, and here we are in Indy. So extremely excited to spend that time with my dad.
I'm going to have Caleb, my photographer, kind of show you some of the car. And Derek, I want you to kind of tell me, first of all, about this amazing 700 horsepower Corvette engine that you all decided to put in the Monster.
Yeah, so we knew when Sean came to us, they had already chose the engine, and as soon as I found out what it was, I got real excited, because I'm a horsepower guy. We build cars that looks good, but we like big horsepower, something to pull it down the road. So we wanted everything to be polished, chromed, almost like when you open the hood, like opening the lid on a diamond in a box, and that's what we came up with.
Now, this car is competing in a particular category, and one of the rules is nobody can see it before it's in the show. So this thing has been hidden for essentially 15 years.
That's
Nobody's
right.
driven it down the street,
That's right.
even though it's completely street legal.
Yeah, absolutely. So a little over 4 weeks ago, we went to Detroit and competed for the Riddler Award, and the car couldn't be seen or driven or anything. So all of us were so excited to get this car out, but no one could see it. So when we unloaded it and finally got to show it to the public, especially for Sean and his dad, but for me, it was really making their dream come true to finally be able to show all our hard work. So.
And we should point out, for Sean and his father, it's a labor of love. But Derek, this is what you do. You are a designer who this is making cars.
Yep, absolutely. So I run a company called Samson Design in Marshall, Missouri, and my specialty is designing and building show cars and building what I call timeless works of art. So when Sean and his dad brought me in, for me, it was a dream come true, because as soon as he told me the story, as soon as I had the opportunity, it was a chance for me to put my heart into it.
Well, Derek, you're going to love our question of the day today, because, folks, the question of the day is, what car from the past would you like to see brought back out and put on the assembly lines again and in showrooms again? For me, I want, and I know you're a Chevy guy probably, but I would love to see that old Ford Grand Torino that Starsky and Hutch used to tool around in. So, how about the folks back at the station? What do you guys think?
What do you think, Randy?
Yeah, Mustang, I guess. How about a Volkswagen, George? Bring back a Volkswagen there. They're still around, though, I think. So. Well,
of course, they're all still on the road, though, Randy. I mean, Mustangs. They're weird looking now, but they're still on the road.
That's the thing. They've all evolved over the years. Nothing like the ones in the old days. Thanks, George.